Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back once again to my channel, where it is a very, very, very cold and very white Saturday morning. I'm just finished up playing around Satisfactory. I'm working on my third cup of coffee and decided I was awake enough to finally get in here and play this one. Of course, if you watch the other video or you happen to see the test video go up, you know that I just upgraded my recording software. So if you see anything that's off with the sound or the video, by all means comment. I think I have it dialed back in. I'm working through it. Alright, season 5, 453 days in, 47 days from the achievement. I've been thinking on where we were going to go, because quite frankly this save file's got a lot of stuff in it that has been upgraded and changed over time, with the new stuff added that may or may not be in it, like this, that
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Not quite sure where that came from, but there it is. Things that just I randomly find. So I don't know that anything we have done up to this point is even looted for real. So we're going to spend the next 47 days making do with this and finish out the 500 achievement, and then I am going to go for a new fresh start. We're gonna, so I'm taking some notes so I can get a little bit more structured in these videos. So in the upcoming videos, sorry I didn't mean to hit the mic there. We've got the trade coming up that we need to get, which is going to be it was hides and some other things for 10 distress pistol rounds. We also need to finish our pants, our wolf hide pants I'm working on, and we need to, and then of course go to Coastal Highway to finish that. Trade. So, and of course we're going to be working on our safe houses as we go. Right off, what time? Let's see, it's about midday. We don't have a whole, this day's pretty well shot, so we're going to do a little bit of maintenance work. We're going to finish out those wolf hide pants right as quickly as we can here. So what's it? Oh yeah, crafting. Oh yeah, I got to pick up my stuff, which was 3 of those, and I think it was 2 of these. I don't remember what it was past there, but anyway, wolfskin pants. 52% on the hunting knife, which I want to touch that up. Well, I want to touch that up before I get too carried away here. Harvest that while I'm here. I'm eating a piece of candy right now, so I'm going to try to keep that out of your ear. I didn't think about it when I stuck it in my mouth, so I apologize if you hear any slurping or slopping or anything like that. I also got some more fish for our wall. Get them out real quick. Place. What happened? Did I double click that by accident? Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. I put it on the ground somewhere. Must be on, where did I put it? Well, I had it. What in the world? I just had that. Well, I'll be SOB. Alright, well. Alright then. I guess it might be one of them, but if it is, I certainly got it in a good spot. What is that there? I mean, I thought I cleaned all this up, but I guess that was another save game. Alright. So, get out of this mode. And I want to fix my knife. before we get too carried away on, I don't want to accidentally break it. Of course, we know we got a ton of stuff in Pleasant Valley. Don't know exactly how much because it's been so long. I could probably go back to the last video, I guess, at some point and figure out what I've got there. The last video that was labeled with PV. Finish out these wolfskin pants. Where are we at? 72%. I've got kind of a fresh file I've been playing with myself, just trying to remember how to play the game, and then I get on this one and I forget how far down the road we are on skills and stuff. How nice it is to be able to build a fire rather quickly and sharpen knives rather quickly and clean stuff rather quickly. Never fail on my repair work. So yeah, we'll stop right there for now. We'll go work on them skins. May have to go make some water at some point. In the morning, probably. Gonna do another 2 hours on this. Might go 1 more hour right quick. Might be able to pull off 1 more. Getting dark though, it ain't gonna be much longer. Alright, there we go. Alright, I got nothing on me to eat. I do have enough to drink. I probably need to go find some food out front somewhere. That's not cooked, that is. Got a little bit of a cold going on, so if you hear any snorting or sniffling, I apologize. Weather change has been rather difficult. Alright, back up we go. Let's see if there's anything I can work on real quick, but while I'm standing here, while I finish out the day a little bit longer. Not really. Oh yeah, I might be able to touch up the knife a little bit more. 5% on each pass, so 88, 90, if that'll make it 93, I can go 2 passes on it without being wasteful. Alright. Let's see. Alright, that'll do it. Take top off my water to be safe. Now sleep for however long it'll let me. Probably about 9 hours. Still got a little bit of time left. I'm gonna get a drink. Actually, eat a little bit. Polish off that steak. Have a little bit of drink. And pass a little bit of time here. However long it'll let me. That's probably good. Now sleep for an hour just to kind of top my body off a little bit. Never quite go 2, just go for my target's 1.5 hours. That's just enough to let me catch a little cat nap and stay fully charged. And top off my water. My food should be good. And I'm going to go back working on these pants a little bit more. I'm going to go make a 3-hour, 4-hour pass this time. Not too bad. Water was dropping pretty quick, but good enough for the moment. And I need to probably, I think I'm going to need to get out of this house for a minute before I end up with cabin fever. What a nice pretty day out. Take me a little bit of light me a torch. Excuse me. There's my torch. I know I got one here somewhere. I should have one here somewhere. There it is. Keep my good torch. Fire started. Put out the good torch, put it up. Add a little bit of fuel to this one. And take a torch to start this one with. And do stick, torch.
Come on.
I'm not. Two fires going. A little bit on there, one more on that one. Alright. Do some water. See, that'll be 41 minutes per cycle, and we can run through our bear meat. Still got some bear meat to go pick up down on the lake. Two minutes to finish that up. Do up another batch. That's going to take an hour. Yeah, it should finish that all right. 32 minutes. I'll go ahead and eat that one. And then still got, oh, that one's done. That one's done. I guess I really should be using pots for this, but supposedly it makes it better. Oh yeah, I remember why I don't now. Because I can't just slip them on like that. That's cooked. Alright, what do we got there? That'd be 41 minutes, 55. Okay, we'll finish this one first. Pick that up. So I got 12 minutes here. Oh, hey, that ain't done yet. That's done. As long as left on the fire. 53 and 38. Throw another piece each on it. I guess since I bumped that up, I could go ahead and do another thing of water. And then, let's see, that's all done. Still got all this moose meat to cook too. Man, I got meat all over the place. Alright, so that's going to be almost 2 hours. We can pass time on this. 59 till burn. Probably about to lose the whole thing. 58 till burn. Right now, so far we're okay, but that wind turns, we're done. No, we lucked out this time. That up. Back down. That down. That down. That down. Whoop. Wrong button. Alright, 27, 53, 27. Yeah, it died. I figured that was coming. Hey, this one's holding up okay. Kind of weird. One died out and the other one kept going. See if it'll make it. Come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yay! It made it. All right. We got 28 minutes left. It's not going to finish, but I'll go ahead and put the meat on there just for fun. All right. Give me something to eat. Make sure I got everything that's not perfectly edible done. Oh yeah. Can render down my animal fat sometime too. So, day's almost over. Trying to get up here. I wanted to get around the corner, it won't let me. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. Excuse me. I got a tiny bit of time left, so I'm going to run around here and work on my pants for about 2 hours if it'll let me. 1, 2. See if it'll let me go that long. It's going to be pretty close. It let me. Oh, 13 hours left on that. Also need to refuel my this thing. Should have, I don't want to use my jerry cans unless I have to, but I know I got some of this over there, so we'll see if there's enough in it. Where you at? There you are. Actions. No. Whoa, that would have scared, that would have upset me. There ain't much in it. No, okay, I'm gonna have to use a little bit of a jerry can. How much is in this one? Yeah, that one's got plenty. That one's got plenty. There it is. Actions, refuel. Alright, now I'll get my jerry can out of there before I forget about it. Alright. What else do I have on me that I need to deal with? Let's see. Anything? Finishing out my pants. Everything else looks okay for the moment. Go up here by the bed, sharpen my knife up for the last little stretch, and then go to bed. Work on my knife. I don't want to lose it. I need to touch up that too. %. 76. I got about about 3 inches of snow last night here at home. They're calling for like another 6 to 8 to maybe even 10 tonight. So then I got to work tomorrow night. Well, what day is this? Yeah, tomorrow night. So it's gonna be an interesting drive to work. My 4-wheel drive has been in the shop for about 3 years now. So just getting pretty annoying, considering it was his fault. That one only needs about 1 pass on it. Good enough. Alright, nothing else I need to kind of work on at the moment. No. What about my... do I have any firearms on me? I don't think I do. No, just the bow. Alright. Still 55%, only 55. Boy, them wolfskin pants ought to be good, I'd hope. Alright. So, let's eat and drink. Oh, I didn't bring any food with me, but I think I've probably got enough food in my system to make it till morning. Find out in a second. Oh yeah, we got plenty. So we'll do 10 hours sleep. I must be recording at a much higher quality rate because I'm already at 2 gigabytes. Interesting. Or maybe that's my total uses. I don't know. Huh. I'm still getting used to this Bandicam. I like it though, so far. No, not that. Almost morning. Just past time for a minute. That ought to be. Can I see yet? Not quite. So, well, let me sleep. Oh yeah, well, all right. Didn't know if I had enough in me to sleep or not, but I did. All right, now I can see. All right, so I want to go finish up these wolfskin pants. Probably spend. Actually, I don't know. I also need to go get that bear. Let's do 2 hours on this. And then that should get me a lot closer. Still yet. 62% now. We're going to go out and get some food. And then we're going to go harvest some more of that bear. Or bring some more of it up. It's all harvested. I just got to pick it up and haul it back. Which, if I'm hauling, I should probably... I don't know what I did with my travois. Drop off some of this stuff I'm working on right here. Drop that. And the hide. Oh, where's the hides? Oh, there they are. Only 1 hide, 1 gut remaining that I'm actually not got worked into it. What else have I got that I can leave behind for the moment? I'll drop that for the moment just to make life a little, make it a little lighter on the way. Drop my 2 rocks. I don't know why I'm even carrying them, just habit, I guess. Drop that for the moment. Drop that for the moment. Drop this for the moment. Why have I got... Why aren't that on? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm using... There we go. I forgot I've been swapping those out. Alright. Helps with the cold. Alright, take a little extra water with me because I don't have that much, just in case something happens and I get stuck out. And eat some of the moose. Leave it. I could get stuck. I'll take one full one. Alright, let's go. I don't remember what the deal was with the wolf pants. I think they made it so I could run faster, maybe? I don't know. Faster than what I am with the deer skin, or the snow pants. Excuse me. Plus, they'll be dirt cheap to fix because I have wolf hides all over the place. This is stalker run. Wolves are a dime a dozen. It'd be crappy if I got over here and the bear had already respawned. That cougar, oh man, that cougar. I still ain't decided. I'm gonna have to play with the cougar in private save files for a little while before I don't know, maybe when I restart I'll turn it on with scurvy. I don't know. I got burnt so hard. When that cougar first come out, I'm like, oh cool, you know, we got the cougar was a knife and then a pelt of some type and all kind of, you know, something to use the pelt for. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So I get out there and I'm in Pleasant Valley and I'm kicking tail and I kill one and I'm like, yes, I got a cougar. I got it dead, and I got it dead, you know, killed it out. But it, you know, I got clawed in the process. And it's like 3 game days later, I go to sleep and I bleed out in my sleep. Go from completely full health to bled out in like 3 hours. So I'm like, oh my, you know. And it's like, okay, I am so over this cougar. Which, you know, I just wasn't expecting that. I know it'd be simple enough to deal with. It's kind of like broken ribs. You're gonna have to milk it out for a while. The only different, or like the fog in the new maps. You know, you just have to only sleep a couple hours at a time all night, which is going to make things slow down, which, you know, that's legit. Rancid. Wow. That went quick. Come on.
I need to drop something.
I know, but we decided to make 2 trips out of it. Take that charcoal out of there. Alright, that'll take care of the last of the bear meat, and I'll just leave it up here. And then, with the bear picked up, we'll finish out the wolf skin pants. We'll start making our way back to Coastal Highway. We're 28 minutes into the video, so we might actually get started on the trip this episode. Don't know if I'm going to do another episode. Ooh, cattails. Yeah, squirrel. It's funny, they give me crap about that at work too. I'm a supervisor, but I try to go from one end of the plant to the other or something like that, and I end up in like 4 different places on the way. So there's always somebody who needs something, always, and that's not a bad thing, but it's the nature of my job. But it makes it very difficult sometimes to get from one end of the plant to the other. You know, if you've not ever been, for lack of a better term, the boss, it's aggravating and rewarding all at once, because it's aggravating because you go, like I said, you try to walk from one end of the plant to the other and get stopped 30 times, and it's not that big of a plant. Well, not 30 times, more like probably 4 or 5 every trip, so a simple walk from one end to the other turns into about a 30 minute trip, which is cool because that's my job, is to check on that stuff. But at the same time, it gets whenever I got a project going on that I'm trying to get done, I need to go get a number or go look at a piece of equipment for a minute, or I've got somebody on the other end of the plant who's waiting for me for an answer. It can be really easy to forget where I'm headed, and Yeah, it's one of those things. But I mean, I wouldn't trade. That's what I said. You know, I said pretty much all the time I talk about my job. It's challenging. There are times I wonder why I do what I do. But at the end of the day, I love my job. I mean, not just what we do as a company, but you know, when you're given the privilege of leading a team, you know, you get to. It's not just about getting the job done anymore. It's about watching these people succeed or fail based on, you know, the tools you give them and their own, what's the word I'm looking for, their own talents and weaknesses and strengths. And it's so rewarding whenever you find somebody. Like, I got a guy now, he's a brand new guy, just started out, and man, I'll tell you what, he started out rough. He gets lost easily, right? For lack of a better term. You put him on a project and you turn around and he's, you know, somewhere else. He does the job good, he gets it done, and then he vanishes and nobody, you know, don't know where he's at. So it's like, you know, I'm looking at this and it's like, man, this guy, he done the job good, but when he got finished, he got lost. You know, so what do I do with this? And so I was talking with my lead, and I'd kind of been suspecting this as well, and got to talking with my lead team, and you know, we come up with the idea between us, team effort. That's the greatest part, is working together as a team. You got a lead team, your team itself, management team. But anyway, I'm talking to my lead team, and it's like, okay, we're going to try him in a more structured job where he's constantly got something to do in front of him, you know, so there's never a question of what I'm going to do next. So we moved him over there Wednesday night, and everybody in the area, the leads, the other operators, they all said the same thing. Man, he's just great. You know, he just absolutely killed it over there. It's like, all right, so this guy, I had my doubts about whether or not he was going to make it. It's like, okay, this guy's going to make it, and he's not just going to make it. It looks like he's going to thrive in that position. And you know, to some people that may not be much, but to me that's huge, because I've taken somebody, not I, but we have taken somebody who I was honestly having serious considerations about whether or not we were going to be able to keep this guy. And we've not only did we find a way to keep him, but we've now found a position that it looks like he's really going to thrive in and be happy. And he's a young kid. It looks like he's going to enjoy the job, and he's going to be good for the company. And see, that's why I do what I do. That's why I love my job, because, you know, I work with all the supervisors are great. Don't get me wrong, every one of them. But in other companies, other places I've worked, they'd look at this guy and just where he was at, they would have been like, you know, this kid, he's just not going to make it, you know. And they would have started a packet on him, started making a paper trail, start working him out the door, which was what I was thinking about. You know, I was thinking about if I was going to have to do this or not. And it's like, man, I don't want to, because it's not something I take lightly. Anytime I'm dealing with somebody's livelihood, it's a hard decision, you know. And but yeah, I was able to, you know, it looks like I'm not just going to be able to keep him, but I think he's going to be great. It's going to be great for all of us. I think he's going to be happy. We're going to be happy. And that is why I love my job, because that's, for whatever anybody says, that is a positive impact on not just the company, not just on the team, but on somebody's personal life, you know. And having that ability to influence somebody's personal life at that level is just such a privilege. And I got to remind myself not to take it for granted at times, you know. We all do. It's easy to get burnt out. But at the end of the day, this is why we do what we do. The products we make are just a benefit, you know, they're the sideline. For me, the main job is how do you say it? For me, the most rewarding, the most important part of the job is making people, helping people, you know, flourish. Sounds cheesy, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know if I got 3 hours on this or not. No, I'm not gonna make 3. Yep, too dark. But I got 2. I can finish these out first thing in the morning. Eat, drink. I ain't got a whole lot. Hopefully enough to make it to morning here. But you know, that's. And I'm sure there are people that'd be like, oh yeah, you'd say that or whatever. No, I do the YouTube videos anonymously. No, you know, there's a few people who are subscribed who know me in real life, not very many. And the ones who do and know that not to ever give that away because I don't want to be found out. Cabin fever risk, wonderful. I was afraid of that. We're gonna have to get out on the road first thing in the morning. I don't think I'll get fat cabin fever right quick. I hope not. Alright, let's see. Okay, yeah, it hasn't got all the way yet. We're gonna get out of here first thing, so. I'll do 3 hours on these pants and then we're out. We'll be traveling. And that's not that I'm hiding from anybody or anything like that. I just, you know, it's a nice thing. That's what I like about making the videos is like I get to be killer, you know. I'm not me. I mean, I'm pretty much me, but at the same time, you know, I can do things a little different online than I do in real life. I guess that's geez. I don't know, I'm in one of the moods, I guess. All right, let's see if I can finish this out. I want to finish this. Oh no, it's not dark, not light enough yet. Okay. All right. It's not morning yet. We need to be outside, so we're going outside. We're going outside. It's a little cold, but not bad. I'll do a little cooking while we're waiting on it to get daylight, but we have got to. That's a lot of charcoal in there. Oh yeah. Give me my torch, the crappy one. Start fire. Torch. Don't need that. Stick. Be a good way to pass a little time before we go in and finish out them pants. Yeah, give me that cedar firewood. Go 2 pieces. Let that cook for a minute. I don't know, maybe I can get some fire going, might get some water going too.
That did it.
Throw that on, throw that on. That should be good. Throw that out. Alright, what do we got here? 46, 46, 54, 54. All pretty good. Need something to eat, so that's good a time as any. This over here. I'll put down my pot. Alright, we're going to need about an hour. Okay, there's enough time there. Go ahead and grab some more. I don't know, let's do moose meat. These out of here. More moose meat. Cabin fever wrist backing off just a little bit there. That's good. Finish this up.
Looks like I made it through another night.
Got 25 minutes till boiled on that one. Some more moose meat. 4 minutes on these. More moose meat. Alright, put that down. Put those down. I'm going to do one more. Gonna be about an hour and a half. Okay, got enough time to finish it. 29:35. Let's just go to the 35. A little more cookie cook. And there we go, right there. It's here. There's water I got in my pocket, just a tiny sip. How's my... Hey, cabin fever risk gone. Yay. That was simple enough. That out of here. Pick this up. This down. This down. Some more moose meat on. How long we got left on the fire? Enough to finish all of these. Good deal. Ooh, it's froggy out. Just a little drink. Oh, wolf got a rabbit. Down my extra food here that's already been eaten on. Alright, we're going to let these finish out. I don't think they'll burn. Maybe. I don't know. I can't decide. Hour and 7:52. I want to do some more water. Okay, that finished. I thought it might. That'll never make it, but 36 until boiled, 41. Okay, that's going to make it. This is why I stayed, because there's a chance these are going to go ahead and cook all the way out. Mathematically they shouldn't, but they could. I got a stick laying around here. One stick would be perfect. Guess not. Give me a stick. That might be enough to finish that one cook right there. Harvest that. Excuse me. If I add that here, I think it'll give us enough to finish that cook. 25 till boiled, 36. All right, good deal. All right, then. Cabin fever risk is gone. Go back and working on our pants. Top off my water. Food should be good. Eat just a little snack there. Alright. I got 2.67 hours. Oh, dadgummit, wrong button. Just a little less than 3 hours left. Yay, the pants are done. Alright. Now, I think I was putting them on my snow pants, if I remember correctly, because these are 2.2 pounds. These are way heavier, but 3.9 versus 5.4 temp, 3.4 temp, minus 5% move speed, minus 5% move speed. This is minus 5% move speed. This is 10% armor. This is 5% armor. This is 10% armor, 60% waterproof, 50 waterproof, 50 waterproof. Not a huge difference. Wind resistance is 3.1 versus 2.7. Wind resistance is 3.4 to 2.7. They're warmer and heavier. I'm going to wear them. They're warmer and heavier, but it'll be okay. Alright, so need to make sure these are fully ready. Where they at? My snow pants are... touch them up real quick like. So they're good. And we're going to put them up for later. Wherever they went. There they are. Drop those. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting a cold. I don't know where to put these. I guess this looks like a good spot. Come on, sit right. Right there. Alright, there's that. Not using any firearms. I should have... see if there's any... pull them shafts for a minute. And I've got... craft up a couple of arrows real quick like. 3 hours, that long? Dang, that's forever. Alright, I need to get a drink for that, I guess. And no, food's alright for the time being. But we do need to make up those arrows that I've broken and stripped out. So I have them. Cabin fever risk back again. It's going to keep coming back until we get out of here. Alright, so take my arrow shaft over. Anything I need to take out of here right now? Not really. Got feathers in both spots. Lines and hooks. I could do some. I got plenty of fishing tackle though. I mean lots of fishing tackle. One thing I need to look at probably is it still says new. This says decent, so I might want to look at it right quick. Decent, where are you at? Yeah, we need to fix that up real quick so it doesn't rot away before we get back. Alright, drop that. Where'd you go? Come back. Actually, I think I'll... yeah. Alright, I'm going to go out front here to do some work. Eat this first. Ha! finished. Alright, nothing else did, but that did. Alright, I'm gonna squat down here. Pretty warm, pretty cool. So, just gonna squat down here in a moderately safe place and work on my clothing so we can leave in the morning. See what all I need to work on. 89 kind of need to be done, but not huge. I need to do those. Need a wolf hide and a rabbit hide. Find a wolf hide and a rabbit hide. Probably gonna use a couple pieces of cloth. Wolf hide, rabbit hide should be over here somewhere. Back out we go. Alright, now we want to have... Oh, I gotta have some guts. That's right, I forgot about that. Gotta get the guts. Well, we're making several save files right now. 1, 2 cured guts. Alright, try this again. Alright, these first. Alright. Mix them back to 100. Let's repair this right quick.
It's getting dark out here.
Yeah, I know, Bob, I know.
Time to look for shelter.
Come on. I almost didn't make it. Alright. Don't think I can really do anything else tonight. Alright, in we go. Leaving in the morning, so we'll make sure we got everything we need. Don't need any of that. This should all be good. I'm going to take an extra sewing kit with me because mine's over half down. I'm not doing firearms right now. Distress pistol solid. I think we're in pretty fair shape. No firearms right now. Do I have Go Energies? I think I do. Just need one for using a pinch. Stems I should be more than okay on. Yeah, I got 3 stems on me. Water bottle. Rifle holster, antiseptic. That was one of the problems we had I need to look at. I got 2, okay. And need to look at, got plenty of antibiotics. I actually dropped that one, it looks like. More than enough painkillers. Antibiotics go here. Painkillers go here. Alright, what about bandages? Did I have enough of those? Yeah, bandages are good. What's in here? Oh yeah, this is where I'm putting all my goodies. Reishi, rose hips, Reishi. Ooh, I still got, oh, I got a couple dressings. I'm going to grab one more of those. And then, I got some prepared rose hips. I'll keep them on me. I'm going to grab one more of those. Put 2 of these over there. Prepared birch bark. Okay, I'll leave 2 there. Transfer. I think we're solid. Stump removers. scrap metal. I think we're about ready to go. Touch up my lantern one more time. Refuel. Drop that. Also need to drop most of my charcoal because I got a whole bunch on me now. And jerry can back in place. Grab 2 charcoals just for good measure. And I'm not doing chemical anything right now. I'm going the opposite direction. Salt can go outside. I'll deal with that later. Do I need the heavy hammer right now? I don't think so. We're going to Coastal Highway. Alright. Oh. I'll grab just a couple of sticks. Make sure I still got my... Didn't leave my pots out. There's my skillet. Where's my pot? Yeah, I left my pot out. Alright. Alright, we're solid. Sleepy time. Eat. Drink. I gotta remember, we're going through Ravine, right? Yeah, we gotta go through the ravine. So we're going out to the east of Mystery Lake, which is this one. Yeah, by the dam. Alright, we're gonna try to make it to the dam before we, for this episode, before we cut it. Cut this episode after the dam. And may or may not make another one. I don't know yet. Fully rested. Pretty much morning. And one more drinky. Pass a little bit of time here. 1.5. Alright, touch up our water. How much water I got on me right now? Half a gallon. Take just a little extra here. Yeah, that works. And then, got no food on me right now, so I gotta stop and pick one up. Other than that, I'm good to go. I need to check on my bedroll. How's that? %. We might. I'll take a bear hide with me and cured gut with me. 2 cured guts with me. And a little bit more cloth, because I do have a little bit of touch-up work left to do, but I don't need to be home for it.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I know, Bob. Alright. I grabbed that salt on purpose so I could drop it here. 22 pounds worth of salt. And I got plenty of water on me, but gamey, rancid. Alright. Those ain't cooked. I don't know why I've got them in the cooked pile. Alright, let's take this little bit of meat. It's meat. And since I've ate on it, it goes over here. And then I'm going to take 2 1125 calorie moose meats with me. And we should be solid at this point. We're at 89 pounds, which is heavier than what I would like, but Considering I'm carrying an extra bear hide right now, that's fine. Alright, we're out of here. Might make one more pass over here, see if I find any arrows that I fired off into Neverland. Oh, I want to kill that so bad. Where you at? Really? You want to start off like this? Well, you know what? I am smelling like a... Sorry. I'm going to take this because we are actually about to start selling hides. So we're going to take the hides. Nah, I don't want to take the guts because they'll make me smell. And cured guts are not a problem whatsoever at this point. Alright, I don't see any type of arrows over here that I launched into Neverland. Man, I want to take him. I might regret this, but... I got him. Didn't think I could pull it off, but I did. Alright, I always need deer hides. This is where I die. I should have looked around. That was kind of stupid. I didn't look around. In real life, I would have had a serious issue with that. That was just basically the video game version of randomly killing something for a trophy. But it's a game. I do not condone that in real life. If you're going to kill something in real life, which I wholeheartedly believe is human beings have a responsibility to the food chain to do our part. I know that's something that some people disagree with now, but let's face it, man is part of food chain. Anyway, but I firmly believe that if we're going to kill something, we use all of it. You use the hide, you use the... I mean, it's cool to hang the trophy. I'm good with that. Go right ahead. You know, it's cool. I get it. I love deer mounts. They look great if they're done right. But, you know, use the meat. Use the meat and the hides. Don't just... Or find somebody who will use the hides. Don't just kill stuff for the head. And a lot of, you know, if you should ask if you hunt, and this is kind of one of those, you'll forgive me for this little rant. So I'm going to have a soapbox moment here right now. And I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm going to. If you do hunt, great, love it. I hunt. I think it's great. I think it's a great pastime. I think it's a skill that needs to be improved on as we see the world going the way it's going. But when you take your deer to the, or any animal, to the processor, ask your processor, ask your processor what they do with the hides. If they're throwing them out, find another processor. There are countless. I mean, all the ones in my area, all the processors in my area sell their hides or give their hides to places that use those hides for things. I mean, back years ago, they had the big strike against fur. Nobody should use fur, and you know, you couldn't hardly give a pelt away. Well, all they effectively done was take all those. I mean, people are still killing for the food because let's face it, grocery prices are stupid, and the things they put in our food is even more stupid. But people were still. But now, you know, we went through a spell there where you could not give away your hide. So all of that good natural good natural leather and fur that made good, sturdy, warm clothes. It was all wasted for years, and that's all that was done by the animal rights people. Hang on, I came up from this. I think this is the right way. I always get turned around at that car. No, I was coming up this way. No, I was coming this way. Dadgummit. Now look what I've done. I think this is right. But that was all, you know, the actual outcome. You know, I grew up. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know, you've heard me talk about it. I grew up dirt freaking poor. When I lived with my grandma, it was a different. When I lived with my grandma, we were pretty decent. But when I moved in with my parents, when I was about 10, you know, the house we had, there was no running water, there was no indoor plumbing. We had a well outside that actually did have power to it. We had electricity, but we hauled water into the house and took a bath standing. We'd boil the water on the stove. We had a propane stove. We'd boil the water on the stove, and that's where we took our baths and stuff. I went to school like that, you know. I was clean, but you know, one of the things we did to make money when I was growing up, and you know, I was just a kid doing this. Me and my dad, we'd go coon hunting, and you know, we'd get even a possum pelt, you know, even possum, but especially the raccoons, but raccoons and possums and whatever pelts we could get, we could sell for pretty decent amount of money, and we used the food to some degree. I mean, I don't know if you've been around. Raccoon meat is really not great. But, you know, we did use some of it. A lot of it was used to feed our dogs, which is part of the way you train them, you know. But, anyway, it were, you know, but then all at once we went from a really, really, really nice, I mean, it took a really, really good pelt to do it. But if you had a really, really good raccoon pelt, you know, it wasn't nothing to get $40, $45 out of that. And, you know, this was like 1989, somewhere in there. You know, that was pretty fair money. That was a rare find to get one that good. You know, 20, 25 bucks for a random pelt's pretty good, and you could get out there, and you know, if you had good dogs and you hunted good, you could probably get 3 or 4 a night. You know, and you know, it was hunting. You know, it was great. But as time went on, there was a lot done that, you know, pretty soon that $45 pelt, you couldn't give it away anymore. And that happened almost overnight. And then now you look at this wasting deer syndrome we got going around, all these sick deer that are going around, and you're always hearing about we didn't have that problem back in the day, because, you know, back 25 years ago, because man held up their side of the food chain. You know, we have a responsibility to keep the predator numbers down, to keep the weaker ant, just like an apex predator out in the wild, they pick off the weakest of the pack. And our job was, you know, when we don't hunt, when we don't cull the populations, when we're not culling the populations, then the population gets out of hand, and your deer, for example, your deer herd gets unhealthy, and because they get they overpopulate, and then there's not enough food, and the sicker ones are not getting taken care of. They're, you know, I mean, I'm all for, you know, animal rights, you know, respect. My opinion, and I may lose some subscribers over this, and I don't, you know, that's fine with me. I don't make money at this. I do it for fun. It's a survival game, so it's a fitting topic. But my idea of humane treatment of animals is we do our part. If the conservation department, who does one of the best jobs they can do, or at least in my state that I know of, when a conservation department says, okay, we need to cull, this amount of deer this year, and we expect this many hunters, so we're going to issue this many deer tags for this year to get that population to a healthy level. I believe it is our responsibility as human beings, as for whatever you want to call it, it is our responsibility when we go buy 3 deer tags or whatever it is they approve. We go buy the tags that they approve for the year. It's our responsibility to try to hit those tags and keep that deer population at a healthy level. And then once you actually take the deer, you bag the deer, for however you want to phrase it, kill the deer, then you use that meat. You don't just hang the head and leave everything else out there or whatever. If you don't like deer meat, that's fine. Give it to somebody. There are a lot of poor people out there who would love to have some deer hamburger, and you can do. And if you've never had deer chili, you're missing out. You can cut your own food bill, or you can give it to somebody who needs it. But use every piece of that deer. Find a processor who's going to get rid of who's going to make sure that the pelt goes someplace it can be used to make buckskin gloves or whatever they're using it for. I've went on about this for a while. I'll change the subject, but it's one of those subjects I feel passionately about because it breaks my heart on a very real level. It breaks my heart to see these deer populations that are so unhealthy right now. And you've got them, you got coyotes and raccoons and deer that are showing up in populated areas for food because their populations in the wild have gotten so out of hand and they're not being regulated that they're forced into our areas looking for food, and they're not healthy. Anyway, on to better subjects. That's like I said. That one's a very personal peeve of mine, I guess. I said we were going to stop before we got here, but we still got a lot of daylight left, so we're going to keep on moving. I think we'll probably be able to make it to the first trailer in Coastal Highway, maybe. Not a whole lot I don't expect a whole lot of problem along this trail here. Famous last words. Yeah, we'll duck into this cave and see if there's anything in here. I remember why I carry rocks now. It was for deer. It was for rabbit pelts. I need some. So it's really, honestly, it's the hardest part. Well, unless you're trapping. If you're constantly moving, rabbits are the hardest to get in here. I thought there was a cave back here. Oh yeah, it's up here. Where'd that rabbit go? Birch bark. Let's see here. And I know everything I just said is a hot button topic for a lot of people, but I would challenge you to actually study real science, not the politically motivated stuff. The real ecology. Get in touch with your local conservation departments and your university extensions who study this stuff on a non-political basis. the ones who are genuinely interested in the health and well-being of animals, not just the making everybody in their social club think they're cool. Oh, come on, I hit him. It bounced off his head. Man, how rude. Have we hit this one yet? Surely I have. Mighty oaks from little acorns grow. That sounds familiar. Only got one rock left. I need another one back. There's one. Always keep two for the rabbits. Come on, meet the bunny. Ooh, I can't believe I got him on the run. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. He's gonna get up. There we go. And if you are one of those animal rights people, please look the other direction. And we're good. Alright, where is my... There it is. Alright, now I'm back to 2. I should probably do something with this rabbit. All I really want's this. Yeah. Everything else is going to make me stink. Plus, we still got this whole cabin fever thing I'm dealing with, so. Alright, now I'm going to drop it. Got the pelt, drop the rest. I don't want to eat anything of what I got because I got full steaks on me. We're an hour and 17 minutes in. I really need to cut this short. I'm at like a 9 gigabyte video right now. It's going to take forever to upload. But I am enjoying myself, so I'm going to apologize for a longer than normal video. I'm really enjoying myself this morning. I might just turn around and make another one. I don't know. Ooh, pretty. Maybe when it saves going through this tunnel, when I go through, I might cut the video and just start recording another one. I don't know. I'll make up my mind. Next time it saves, I'll refill my coffee and go to the bathroom and see what I think. Where are we on weight anyway? I'm at 92 pounds. I don't have room for much. Excuse me. But I want to get back there to the Quonset garage and start going through that stuff and start shuttling everything over to the for the trade. Trying not to die. Not real worried about bear at the moment, but I am a little concerned about moose. This whole trader thing, though, this adds a really interesting element to the game. I think there was some more recipes I needed too, but I really needed them flare shells because I know we're getting low on those. Really intrigued by the trader right now. Definitely adds a level of long-term playability that I hadn't really thought about a whole lot. If you haven't been around the channel very much and it's the first time you've watched me, then allow me to introduce myself. I am definitely not politically correct in any way, shape, or fashion. I have very strong opinions. I'm older, and some of those stereotypes absolutely apply to me. So, this is your first video. Welcome, and I hope you stay. I would challenge you, if you don't like some of the things I say about whatever, like for example animal rights and whatnot, by all means listen or don't. You know, we can talk about it. I'm open. I'm not scared of debate. Wouldn't that just be the worst possible death right there? I mean, honestly, just walking across and boom, off you go. I almost went off that thing one day. Should be the end of the ravine right here. Hour and 20 in, we definitely need to close it. I was gonna have my youngest get me a cup of coffee, but looks like he's passed out in the chair. What's in here? Ooh, I guess that's from one of the updates. It picked everything up off the ground and whatnot and put them wherever. Okay, we're out of the ravine. I think it saves now. It didn't save. I thought it would save. Alright, well that's okay. There is a... I thought it would save, but... There is a cabin up here somewhere. Pretty close, so we'll head there. I can also do the whole work on the Quonset garage. Really hyped about this whole trader thing. Sounds like fun. For you know, just a little bit of. We're walking into the wind, yay! And this cabin fever is just not going away. It should start backing off pretty soon. We've been out quite a while. Need a cave to sleep in, but I don't have a whole lot of them right now. Yeah, it might go away when we sleep tonight. There's our way down, but down here we got this little trailer I'm gonna get into and cut this video off. Take a short break and start back up, I think. Alright. That should save. Yay, it saved. Saving. And alright. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm going to cut this video right here. I want to thank you for spending the morning with me, or whatever time it is where you're at. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please, by all means, consider smashing that like button. Help that algorithm out, get my videos out to more people. If you like my content as a whole, if you've been around, you've watched a few videos, and you think you think it's something you're interested in, I would invite you to please hit that subscribe button, get your bell notifications. Keep up to date with when I do get around to making videos. If you like my, but regardless whether you like my comments or like my videos or don't like my videos, or you want to hang around or you don't want to hang around, I would invite you to please leave a comment. I love comments. I thrive on comments. The good, the bad, the ugly, the hints, the tips, the strategies, the tactics, the constructive criticism, the not so constructive criticism. The long comments as well as the short comments, but whatever you do, I do please ask you to keep those comments clean, and I'm going to add after the subject I had today, respectful. But for me, you all have yourselves a great game.